and a teacher. If you want to come up, come on up. If not, all right, we're going to close out number 19 and move on to any other topics?
I have one.
Okay.
Because college and career readiness has come up over and over again tonight, and it is something as a district we're moving toward, and because the measures we use to evaluate college and career readiness have been a topic of discussion in our community, I would like to put on the agenda for next board meeting a board-level discussion about the measures we're using for both career and college readiness, and because we're also moving towards these state standards, how we're reporting out our national percentiles, how we are ranking up nationally. So I think this would be a good board discussion to have.
Have we had that discussion already? I thought we had.
Well, there's been new controversy about it, and I think we've had a lot of people have talked to me about it. I think that there are people in the community who are talking about it. I think it's sort of, as a board, we should respond to this discussion.
What's the discussion? I'm sorry.
I feel like paper, Kim.
What?
there are Dr. Murphy has written
he's written a paper. Yeah,
we've read in the roundtable discussions about how we report out the national percentiles, how we are doing compared to other students nationally, and there's some debate about which tests we're using to measure that. And I think some of these measures have been called into question, whether they are reliable or whether they are misleading, and I think we need to resolve that at the board level.
I'm totally confused by it.
Well, I guess Ms. Lockhart, you brought up a good point. I agree. I think we did. We
did talk about it.
And let me say, I totally agree with you, and I agree with Ms. Skokie now, because we did. We totally said, let's look at meets and exceeds, which we do. Yeah. Let's look at grade level, and let's look at college and career ready and the markers. But I guess what I'm hearing Ms. Skokie, and I am actually now myself personally confused. I thought we agreed that the measures we would use for those three things were the MAP and the Illinois percentile and the meets and exceeds on the ISAT. So I thought that's what we were, but it appears that's not always what we're using, so we probably should discuss it to make sure that we're all saying the same thing. So yeah, I totally agree with you. We did have the discussion.
Could we have a review, though, of the minutes or something so that we could identify exactly what was said? That we had a discussion, and I can't remember when it was.
October 18th.
That we, where it was decided what we would use going forward.
Yes, we do know.
And so we said that we would let that go for a year.
Yeah.
And then once we got that data, we would then determine where we went after we had that data.
But the difficulty is that how we, as a district, are presenting our achievement report is not this. Or we're not using the same measures that we agreed as a board to use for the academic report that we look at yearly. On the district highlight page on the web, we're using the SAT 10 as opposed to either the MAP scores for national percentiles or the Illinois scale scores, which are both of the measures that we ask for as a board.
But not for till next year.
Wait, they are what we asked for?
No, not till next. Going forward, we were going to be looking at these numbers because there is a test that there are numbers we're looking at on the district website that have been called into question because they are 20 points higher than two other nationally normed tests. And so we need to look at that and to have a board-level discussion about whether we want to use that test.
Is the data accurate? I mean, is the data truthful?
We need to just look at it.
I don't know here's my problem.
Can't talk about it tonight.
I don't want to talk about it.
I know, but here's my problem.
Everybody hears this.
I'm so done with this topic.
Tim, this is a very important topic.
I understand it's important, but if it's just a matter of where we have it, I mean, we look at it, we're looking at it next year again. I mean, we've already agreed to how we're going to look at it.
Yeah.
If it's on our highlights page, who cares?
Because people are talking about it, Kim, and we need to respond to it as a board. People are questioning whether we're using the right tests on our website.
No, but it's not the only measure we're using.
Well, it's the only one used in terms of national percentiles.
And maybe we should determine as a board, if it's something we should be looking at.
So
I don't think that we should be deciding what goes on our website.
I'm asking it that a discussion goes on the agenda.
I know, but I'm saying I don't want to have it on the agenda.
Well,
Ms. Bailey?
Maybe tonight is not the night to decide.
Let's hear Ms. Bailey. Come on, guys. It's all their time.
I think if you go back to the October 18th minutes, I'm pretty sure it was October 18th.